All right, so today is the 8th of May 2026, and we'll get into the news data and a little bit of the charts after I mentioned that this content is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making financial decisions. All right, so with that out of the way, yesterday, all over the X, we have seen so many posts about the new virus and the crisis and all of the uh, fear that people have, because this is how COVID started as well. If you remember, um, the World Health Organization said that it's not transmissible from human to human, and yet we all know how that ended. So there's been quite a bit of fear in the markets, but not only in the markets. Obviously, you don't have to be a trader to be well afraid of a new possible pandemic, I suppose. Even though everyone says it's not gonna happen, you never know, right? So there's that, I guess. Now, if we check, this is interesting. There's also been a lot of posts about Michael Saylor yesterday. If you can see, this post has been made in 2013. Wow. Okay, that's been a long, long time ago. And Michael Saylor, well, he didn't really like Bitcoin those days. As you can see, he said here, Bitcoin days are numbered. It seems like just a matter of time before it suffers the same fate as online gambling. And then, if we look at another post here, you remember Michael Saylor he always kept saying that never sell your Bitcoin, something like that. And yesterday, for the first time, he comes out saying buy more Bitcoin than you sell. So this is very interesting, right? Because clearly there's something that's not going well in his company. Because otherwise he wouldn't be selling. Why would you be selling if you don't need the actual cash, right? So there's that as well. And also I'm thinking, why would you be selling now or whenever he's planning to, I suppose pretty soon, if you're expecting the next bull market to start now? Well, anyways, I don't want to get too much into this because I don't really care about what Michael is doing or anyone else. But yeah, I'm just thinking about this, right? Now, if we're looking at the Bitcoin price, we can clearly see that it has been exhausted for the past 2 days, yesterday and today. And it's below 79K, which is good for the bears as long as it's below 79K, as long as it's not pumping more. We can see that the open interest has been in a downtrend since the 5th of May. It started dumping. The volume also exhausted. The spot volume as well. It looks exhausted. Very good news is that funding seems to start going positive again. Hopefully, it also lasts and people are not shorting Bitcoin again with 200x. And also, not much liquidations going on, at least not here. So there's that. We also had a piece of news here. The hourly earnings, and this is the interesting part, non-farm employment change. And now they've done this even with I believe with the CPI. I don't remember, but I remember they've done something like this with maybe CPI or maybe CPI or PMI. I don't remember. But even though 115K beat the forecast of 55K, it's still much weaker than the previous month, right? Which was 185K. So guys, please don't fall for these tricks. All right, because this may signal a slowing labor market. So yeah, of course, forecast was 65K. Why didn't they put just 10K or 0K? Obviously, you're not gonna go from 185. Well, at least I didn't think it would go to 65 all of a sudden. And we can clearly see that Bitcoin is dumping as I speak right now. But anyways, oops. What am I doing here? Oh, okay. So if we're looking at the liquidation heat map, we can clearly see there's finally not much liquidation going on. Or there is a bit, but there's more on the downside. So finally, we could be switching the cards. Hopefully, actually. I don't want to be biased, even though I think I am, because obviously I'm in a short. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, guys, don't take my word for it. This is just my personal opinion based on what and well, what I see in the data and in the news, and also based on how I interpret what's the word, interpret it, right? So yeah, if we look on the charts on the daily, we remember there was an order block right about here, I think. Yeah, right about here. We went above it. Now I'm curious what's gonna happen around here, 78. Are we gonna have some reaction from the 78 or not? That remains to be seen very soon, most likely. Now I wanted to do something from here. If we do a view app, okay, so we have this. I wanted to show you guys some confluence here, right? So we have the view app and we have the 200 EMA. So up here, we had a really strong resistance. Let me show you. So here, there was a very strong resistance. And why is that? We have the VWAP from the all-time high. We have the 200 MA. And we also have this, well, previous support. We have this whole structure here, right? Which acted as support, wait, once, twice, and can we call this the third time? And then it rejected. But there is some clear consolidation here. Well, distribution, because well, we dumped afterwards. So yeah, we have some confluence here, guys. I guess this is also one of the reasons why price finally showed us some weakness. What I would have expected, but I suppose everyone did expect it, and maybe that's why we didn't reach the 84, 85K. I guess that's when we would have fully filled the CME gap, but it doesn't have to fully fill the CME gap. So there's that. Let me see if at the moment we are above. No, we are below the Monday high. At the moment we are below the Monday high. I'm curious how is it gonna react around this price. So this is the Monday low and also the order block where the order block was. So I'm curious if it's gonna turn into support or not. If we look on the Fibonacci, yeah. So there's where the order block was. We also have the Monday low, and we also have the 618. So we might see some reaction from here, around the 78,000 region. So let me just do one more thing. I wanted to see the volume profile. Is it this one? Okay, so this was the point of control for this range. Apparently we rejected on the daily exactly from the point of control. So there's some volume here, as you can see, around the 78,000 region. And if we do this for the entire range, okay, yeah, so there's not much volume around here, as you can see. The point of control is around 67,000. So in case we drop from here, there's like clearly there's some levels of support, don't get me wrong. Even 74, 75 will be some, well, we'll see some reaction from here as well, most likely. But the most volume is around 67K. So I wouldn't expect to see big reactions from around these levels, even though bulls are gonna say, yeah, we're gonna go to, I don't know, 100K plus. It's not gonna be that simple. So yeah, there's that. Now, in terms of the RSI, yeah, like I said, even in yesterday's video, we got to the 70 region. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk too much about the RSI because, yeah, there's more than just the RSI, right? But yeah, we can take RSI into consideration as well, considering the last time that it hit the 70 region in the bear markets, it would dump. So yeah, there's not too much to talk about today, guys. S&P is still on green. Nasdaq, oh okay, all right. So there's a decent bump on Nasdaq even today, and of course oil dumping. So yeah, we'll see how the news develop over the weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.